Welcome back to the Varsity Voices, and welcome to Zuko's All-Dawg team, the 12 Dogs of Christmas. Over the next 12 days, we're celebrating the toughest and most relentless players and coach from across the Chicago Catholic League, the ones who brought the bark and the bite week in and week out throughout the entire season. Each day from now through Christmas Eve, we'll reveal our dogs by position, the players who left it all out on the field and earned their spot on the 2025 Zuko's All-Dawg team. And tonight, we start with the quarterbacks, the field generals, the decision makers, and the cool under pressure dogs who commanded their packs and led their teams with poise, precision, and passion. And Dan, I don't know if you had as much difficulty as I did with some of these. Now, I know we're starting with the quarterbacks for our first position. There's so many good quarterbacks
really
in
hard.
this league. It's just unreal. It's really difficult.
If you are looking to buy or sell a home, contact RE/MAX Realtor and Circle of Legends recipient Christopher Cobb. Let Chris's extensive negotiating experience work to guide you on all of your real estate buying and selling needs. Contact Christopher now to discuss the right strategy for your personalized real estate buying and selling plan. His number is 630-420-0070, or you can visit his website at christophercobb.com. The most difficult episodes that we do. I mean, all the prep and stuff like that we do for the games, those take a while, but they aren't that hard. This, making decisions like this, because we made a choice not to put every great quarterback on the All-Dawg team. We each select one. We don't have one that we collectively chose, so they may be different.
Right.
But trying to go through it, even at quarterback is really difficult. I mean, and then you think, oh, okay, it's going to be cut and dry on wide receiver, offensive line, linebacker. It's not. It is next to impossible. You're absolutely going to leave great players off this list. But we have to do it. We've got to do it. Now we do it with, I call it Price is Right rules. So we can have number of positions that, but you just can't exceed a certain number. Right. Okay. But as long as you can create a team with what you have done, you might have to go from a 3-4 defense to a 4-4 or a 3-5, so there's a little bend in our rules, but these are great players. It's a great league. It's just a testament to how much talent there is in this league.
There is. And you and I have talked about this multiple times, and we started this last year. And we want to keep it somewhat exclusive.
You're right.
I could easily name 5 or 6 quarterbacks that I think are worthy of this. But from a standpoint of quarterbacks, we're only picking one. You and I are only picking one. Whether it's the same one or not, we'll see.
Yeah.
But some of the other positions, there'll be more than one, obviously. But it makes it really tough. And we don't want to be slighting anybody.
Right.
Because there really are a lot of outstanding players, but there can only be, from a quarterback standpoint, there can only be one.
And it's the most exclusive all-area team there is, in my opinion.
It is.
Yes.
Most exclusive. Yes, right. It is.
All right. So with that said, there's a lot of pressure.
With that said, a lot of pressure there is. And, I talked about how many good quarterbacks there are in the Chicago Catholic League. So you want me to give you a couple names of ones that I was reviewing, considering, all of that?
Yes.
And yours may be the same, but you might have a couple others as well that you want to mention. But, so you've got Emmett Dowling from Mount Carmel, the offensive player of the year in the Blue Division. Mm-hmm. You've got Israel Abrams from Montini, the offensive player of the year in the White Division. And I saw today the Max Preps Illinois player of the year.
Really? I didn't see that. Congratulations, Daisy. Yeah. He's earned it.
You've got Trey Taylor from Carmel. Outstanding year and worthy of all of the accolades that he's gotten over the course of the year and in the postseason now. Got Brock Phillips, who had a steady and good year and then was just outstanding in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leading St. Francis to a state championship. Got CJ Gray from Brother Rice, another quarterback, outstanding, steady throughout the year, led his team to a state championship. And then the last one I had was Jamin Williams from Fenwick. Same thing, you know, all of these quarterbacks are just outstanding, maybe some different than others in the way they performed, but they all were worthy of Zuko's dog of the week type
Yeah, for
performance
sure.
throughout the year. So, yeah. I don't know. Did you have any others,
No,
Dan,
Joe,
other than the
you
ones?
covered the list of the guys I had considered. So my dog quarterback falls on that list.
Okay. So I'm gonna make you go first, Dan.
Okay.
Pick your dog, and here we go. We got to play the music first,
Okay.
okay?
Yep. Let it rip.
Here we go. All right, and Dan, your Zuko's dog of the year for the quarterback position is
Joe, I went with Brock Phillip from St. Francis.
nice.
The more I looked into this, obviously there are guys that are really, really worthy, like we talked about, guys that garnered a lot of attention. Izzy Abrams, Trey Taylor, Emmett Dowling. Brock Phillip, I felt like more than any of these guys, which is hard to believe. I think it was the state championship game that sealed it for me. He put
Mm-hmm.
that team on his back. And
Yes.
when he needed to make a throw, he made a throw. He ran for 6 touchdowns. On the year, he accounted for 50 touchdowns, passing and throwing, 3,500 yards. And it was a type of thing where, as I was going back and reading, it was like you read his stats, and we kind of talked about their offense being kind of a high flying, but they mixed it up week in and week out. But he was always there. He was always a guy that was just doing great things, leading that team, willing them to victory. And, just impressed me more and more each time I looked at it. And so I knew it was going to be maybe a bit of a curveball given the stats and the stature of some of the quarterbacks in this league. But it was the type of thing where it couldn't be denied for me. So my pick for Zuko's dog of the year at the quarterback position, Brock Phillip from St. Francis.
All right, outstanding pick, Dan. And I'll reveal my pick in a second, but Brock Phillip was right up there as far as some of the ones I considered. And that game he had in the state championship game was a game where he really opened my eyes, right? Even though he had an outstanding season, but I was like, this is a kid who is willing to put the team on his back and will it
He did.
to a
He willed
state
it. He did. He
championship.
played like
He
a
did.
dog, for sure.
He did. All right. So, um,
I wish I felt better, Joe. I'd sing along, but
all right. So my pick for the Zuko's dog of the year for the quarterback position is Israel Abrams from Montini. Just for multiple reasons. Now, obviously, his stats were there and outstanding all year. He accounted for over 40 touchdowns, threw for over 4,000 yards. Was the Max Preps Player of the Year for the state of Illinois. But more than that, I really felt like he kind of matured this year and was a real leader for Montini. And he's another quarterback that just put a team on his back and worked with the talent that he had on the offensive side of the ball and really did the best with it. And I feel like he elevated it as well. So he had an outstanding season. He's tough. He runs. He throws. He makes all the plays, and he's worthy of this as well. So congrats to Israel Abrams from Montini. He is my pick for Zuko's dog of the year for quarterback.
Joe, and I'm gonna be a little unfair and go back to last year and just how he flipped Montini's offense. He started doing this from day one, the first time he played. They went from a team that was kind of pounded out, win by defense, 10-7, 14-10, to an explosive offense overnight when he arrived. He is truly a difference maker, and this is well earned by Izzy.
All right. Well, that's it for today, our first day of the 12 Dogs of Christmas, where we award our Zuko's Dog of the Year to players and a coach across the Chicago Catholic League. So that's today's Dogs in the Spotlight. First names added to Zuko's All-Dawg team for 2025. We'll be rolling out our dogs every day until Christmas Eve, 12 days, multiple honorees to wrap it all up. Make sure you're following the Varsity Voices on TikTok, YouTube, and X, and so you don't miss a single reveal. Until next time, keep the fire, keep the bite, and remember, every great team's got a little dog in them.